Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news all right. 49ers fans, buckle up because what I'm about to share could be a game changer for our team's championship hopes. Rumors are swirling around a Blockbuster trade that, if it materializes, could reshape the NFC West and give our defense a serious boost heading into next season. We're talking about a possible swap involving Aidan Hutchinson, the young and ferocious edge rusher from the Detroit Lions, and a couple of high draft picks that could set us up for years to come. This isn't just idle chatter. There are credible sources and insiders like Diana Rossini hinting that this move could be on the horizon. And let me tell you, if it happens, it might be the most strategic move for the 49ers in recent memory. Now, before we get into the details of this potential trade, let's talk about Hutchinson himself. The guy is a nightmare for quarterbacks. Since entering the league, he's been a relentless force on the edge, smashing through offensive lines and terrorizing passers with ferocious sacks and pressure. His ability to control the line of scrimmage is reminiscent of some of the best pass rushers we've seen in recent years. Hutchinson is not just a guy who gets sacks. He's a player who commands attention, forces offenses to double-team him, and opens up opportunities for other defenders to make plays. His stats speak volumes. Over his first 3 seasons, he's accumulated 45 sacks in just 65 games with a career-high 15. 5 sacks in just the 2025 season alone, along with 70 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, and 4 forced fumbles. His PFF grade consistently hovers around the high 90s, making him one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league when healthy. What makes Hutchinson even more appealing for us is his profile and the potential fit within our defense. The Lions, currently sitting at an 11-6 record, are facing some financial and roster challenges. They've got a cap crunch looming after 2025, and with a need to prioritize their offensive weapons and secondary, it seems they're open to moving assets to clear space. Rumors suggest Detroit might be willing to part with Hutchinson in exchange for a high draft pick, possibly a first-round pick in 2026 and a second-rounder in 2027. This kind of deal would give the Lions some much-needed cap relief and assets to rebuild or retool, especially since they're also considering extending Jared Goff with a hefty contract that could push their cap issues further down the line. For the 49ers, this isn't just about adding another player. It's about transforming our entire pass rush. After Fred Warner's injury, an ankle injury that might keep him out for most or all of 2025, our defense took a noticeable hit. Our ability to pressure the quarterback and stop the run was significantly impacted, and that's a critical area we need to address if we want to keep our Super Bowl aspirations alive. Hutchinson's addition would immediately upgrade our pass rush, which is already a strength but could become elite with him on the field. We're talking about adding at least 14 more sacks projected for next season, which would help us increase our turnovers. Our defense could see a 22% jump in forced turnovers, a massive boost that often translates directly into more scoring opportunities. Imagine a front seven that's even more formidable. Nick Bosa already set the standard, but pairing him with Hutchinson would be an absolute nightmare for offenses. This duo could be the catalyst for limiting opponents to just 170 passing yards per game, down from our previous average of 210. That's a game changer, especially when you consider how crucial stopping the pass is in today's NFL, with teams increasingly relying on mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts. Hutchinson's disruptive presence could make life miserable for these quarterbacks, forcing them into hurried throws and turnovers. Plus, with the added pressure and sacks, our defense's overall efficiency could jump by about 25%, which would be a significant step toward a top-tier defense. And let's not forget the ripple effect on our offense. With our defense forcing more turnovers and getting off the field quicker, our offense, led by Brock Purdy, would have more opportunities to score. We saw last season how even a slight uptick in possessions can push us from a good scoring team to a great one. Going from an average of 28 points per game to over 31, that's the kind of improvement that separates contenders from pretenders. Hutchinson's presence ensures that our front seven becomes a true nightmare for opposing offenses, giving us the ability to limit the run and rush the passer with relentless pressure. Now, in terms of the Super Bowl odds, this move could be a real game changer. Currently, the 49ers are sitting at plus 2,500 odds to win it all. But if we pull off a trade for Hutchinson, adding that elite pass rush talent, the odds could tighten significantly, possibly down to plus 1,000 or even better. Our chances of making a deep playoff run and finally clinching that elusive Super Bowl could go from long shots to serious contenders. The stats back this up too. Teams with a dominant pass rush tend to have a much higher chance of making noise in January, and Hutchinson's disruption in the playoffs could be the X factor we need. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL, but this trade makes a lot of sense both strategically and financially. The Lions are looking to cut costs and rebuild their roster with an eye on the future. For them, Hutchinson is a valuable asset but not irreplaceable. For us, Hutchinson is a potential cornerstone of our defense, a player who can elevate us to that next level. With his youth, talent, and proven production, he's exactly the kind of player who can lead our defense into Super Bowl territory. Plus, our front office has shown a willingness to be aggressive in recent years, and this move would be the perfect example of that mindset, going all in to maximize our championship window. The impact of this trade extends beyond just the immediate season. It signals to the division and the league that the 49ers are not just content with being a good team, they're here to dominate. We've seen how adding a player like Bosa has historically boosted our entire defense, and Hutchinson could do the same or even more. Our secondary, already solid, would benefit from the extra pressure and fewer pass attempts, allowing our corners and safeties to play more aggressively. It's a full-stack upgrade that could make our defense the envy of the NFL. And let's talk about the long-term implications. If we manage to sign Hutchinson to a reasonable extension, say around $30 million per year, we're locking in a cornerstone pass rusher for the next several seasons. That kind of stability and talent infusion is exactly what championship teams need. Plus, with the draft capital acquired, we could still target other needs, like depth at linebacker, offensive line, or even adding a weapon for Purdy, without sacrificing our future. Of course, there are questions and uncertainties. Will the Lions be willing to part with Hutchinson? Will the 49ers be able to meet their asking price? And how quickly can this move come together? It's all speculation right now, but the signs point toward a serious possibility. When you consider how both teams could benefit, Detroit getting cap relief and draft assets, and San Francisco adding a game-changing pass rusher, it feels like a perfect storm. In the end, this potential trade is about more than just adding a player. It's about setting a tone. It's about showing the league that the 49ers, with their talented roster and smart front office, are ready to take the next step, confident that a player like Hutchinson could be the missing piece to unlock our full potential. Imagine a defense that's capable of wreaking havoc on any offense, forcing turnovers, and setting up the offense with short fields and extra possessions. That's the kind of team we're talking about, one that can chase down another Super Bowl. So 49ers fans, keep your eyes peeled. This could be the move that propels us to another level and cements our place as serious contenders for the Lombardi Trophy. The rumors are just starting, but if they turn into reality, it'll be a move talked about for years. This is the kind of strategic, aggressive move that defines champions. And I, for one, am excited to see if it all comes together. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. Do you think Hutchinson is the perfect fit? Would you trade a first-round pick for him? How do you see this impacting our Super Bowl chances? Let me know everything down there. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and insights, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. We're heading into an exciting offseason, and the potential of adding Hutchinson could be the spark that ignites our championship quest. Keep the faith, 49ers Nation, because big things are happening and the future looks brighter than ever.